everyone, and welcome to what could quite possibly be a new series on this channel. This is called The Last Case of John Morley. I found it on Steam on sale, I think for $10, something like that. Anyways, it wasn't very much. I have no idea what it's about. Well, I know it involves a guy named John Morley and possibly his last case. So, hope you enjoy. I have no idea what this game is about, but let's go into the settings here. Let's see what we're dealing with. So, we don't want windowed, sure. Let's just go full screen. That's good, that's good. Let's go 120. Vertical sync off for now. Graphics, changes, yes. Everything epic. Motion blur off, yes. Lens flare, ambient occlusions, good. Everything else looks good. Okay. So let's go back. Oh, sorry. I guess I should do this real quick. Hold on. Let me. All right. Hopefully now you guys can actually see it. So I went into options. I went ahead and just put everything on epic. Everything's good. So let's go ahead and just start it. Last Case of John Morley. I hope you guys enjoy. Hope I enjoy it. Sure I will. In the depths of darkness, he awoke with a start, heart pounding in his chest, the cold earth beneath him unfamiliar and damp. Darkness surrounded him, thick and oppressive, the kind that swallowed every sound except his own ragged breathing. He tried to gather his thoughts, but they were scattered, lost in the fog of confusion and fear. Where was he? Where was he? How had he gotten here? His legs trembled as he forced himself to stand, the weight of an unknown terror pressing down on him. Somewhere in the depths of the trees, he could hear it. Something was following him. Time buries all truths beneath shadows, but the past always has a way of clawing its way back to the surface, demanding to be heard, no matter the cost. Knees weak, arms are heavy. Ooh. The graphics look really good already. Damn, first impressions already. Out the gate. Looking pretty good. Am I missing my hand? Whoa. Go back. Can I?
Where am I?
I don't know. Oh, Jesus. Oh, look. Let me definitely go to that real quick. Vertical axis sensitivity. Let's just... that down just a tad. That's better. No idea where you're at, homie.
I know it's following me. I can feel it.
Kind of sounds like Colin Firth, the actor. Pretty. I really wanted to start Silent Hill 2 as well, remake. As well as possibly upload another video for Resident Evil 5. But for now...
I shouldn't have taken such a risk.
Can I grab that? You want to take that with you, or... Well, it's a dream. Pretty sure. Just seems like a dream. Has dreamlike qualities. Yeah, not a bad looking game already. Holy shit. I'm loving it. Nice leaveless tree. Sure you don't want to take one of these with you? I mean, even in a dream that would make sense. Ooh, pretty. Oh, so cool. Possibly a thumbnail? Is it a banshee? You be careful of a screaming banshee. And old oaks.
That sound. It's coming from the river.
Yeah, I think it is the river, my guy. Pretty sure it's the river. already out the gate, I'm getting heavy amnesia vibes mixed with, I don't know if you guys remember that game, there was a game called something of Ethan Carter. It wasn't the death of Ethan Carter. It was something like that. I'm gonna have to.
If it catches me,
replay
it will
that
show
one
no
again.
mercy.
I'll have to replay that one again. I don't think it's even after you, my dude.
I know it's hidden somewhere in this forest.
What was the name of that game? So am I on my last case now, or is this like an obvious dream sequence? It has to be, right? Because of like the lamps lighting the way and all that. Still not seeing anything through the mist.
I should be able to see its light soon.
But I don't get pissed. Y'all don't even see through the mist. How the fuck can I be white? I don't even exist. Dropping some Slim Shady bars on y'all right there. In case you didn't know, I'm a professional
I
rapper.
can gather my strength and plan how to face that monstrous thing.
San Joaquin's most wanted. San Joaquin represent. Ooh, cabin in the woods. Should have anticipated it. The piercing light of the morning sun. Oh. Damn, my breakfast is almost here. Holy shit. The piercing light of the morning sun stirred John from his restless sleep. For months, strange nightmares had plagued him, and even the strongest sedatives couldn't dull the weird visions that haunted his mind. Another day in this wretched hospital. His wounds still ached, but he felt no regret. Despite the accident, he'd brought the culprit of those ghastly crimes to justice. After all, isn't that the duty of any good private detective? Last day in the hospital. Okay. Cool.
The name's John Morley, private detective, and today is a momentous day. After enduring the most exquisite tortures at the hands of those blasted nurses, and being pumped full of enough medicine to fell an ox, today I'm finally free.
Hell yeah.
Who would have thought that the case of the Red Shoes murder would end the way it did? A stormy night, soaked to the skin, wrestling that brainless killer on a rooftop.
It appears you're awake at last. We had considerable difficulty rousing you earlier this morning, so I deemed it best to let you rest a while longer.
Thank you.
I bring you good news. The latest test results are favourable, and the doctor has authorised your discharge. You are now officially ready to go. I have placed your belongings on the table. Oh, and a lady stopped by this morning with some clothes from the dry cleaner.
A woman brought my clothes from the dry cleaner. Was it Penny?
I couldn't say. She arrived quite early, before my shift began. I've placed the garments in the wardrobe to keep them from getting wrinkled.
All right, guys, give me a minute. All right, we're back.
My belongings? I thought everything was already in the room.
There are a few valuables and some coins we kept for safekeeping. They are in the box on the table.
I've been having nightmares.
The doctor has prescribed some medication that should help address any residual effects. This should assist in alleviating your nightmares.
So I'm better now.
Yes, you are much improved.
She looks like
Both your physical
what's her
and
name?
psychological
Millie Bobby
assessments
Brown.
have been satisfactory,
11.
and there are no impediments to your returning to your normal life. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have other patients to attend to.
Jesus,
I wish
okay.
you all the best.
To attend to. Damn. Camera just hella zoomed in. Open the case files to view character information and clues. Okay. How? Why can't I not move? All right, guys, we're back. So apparently it didn't zoom out. After she's done talking, it's supposed to zoom out.
The hospital gown that ties in the back doesn't exactly scream professional. Well, it looks brand new. The collar's pristine. I usually use the Windsor knot. I should get myself a pair of Derbies. Or brogues. They're much more comfortable. Besides, if I slipped, it was because of those damned hard soles. So the mystery woman who took my clothes to the cleaners was Penny after all. Seems she's still got a soft spot for me. Could there be a chance I might win her over?
Possibly. Play your cards right. I can't actually... Hold on. Give me another minute. Sorry, guys. Okay, we're back again. Okay, so... Let's see what this says.
I mean, what a fool I took onto that rain-soaked pavement. And to top it off, with that downpour, I ruined my best suit. But, well, that's all water under the bridge now. Quite literally.
Yeah, you guys are going to watch me. Final review and conclusion. So this is 3rd of February, 1945. Discharge resolution report. Dr. A. Forner. The patient has demonstrated satisfactory improvement in all preoperative objectives. The surgical procedure conducted under protocol ETD-03 has been deemed successful in all respects. Upon completion of final tests and provided that the patient reports feeling physically and mentally prepared, medical discharge is advised. No post-operative complications are anticipated at this time. Continued observation during recovery is recommended to ensure patient stability. Okay. So I guess she wasn't fibbing. Old Millie Bobby Brown wasn't.
Penny, my secretary. She must have left it here a few days ago while I was still under observation.
Excuse me, John, I'm awfully sorry, but I just can't keep going like this. You've been laid up in that hospital for ages, and I've been left skint, with no wages coming in for months now. Before, with the state you were in, I couldn't bring myself to say anything. I thought it best to let you get better in peace, but the other day, Dr. Forner rang and said they were finally going to let you out, so I figured it was time to tell you. I haven't been in the office in a month, and believe me, I'll miss Hawthorne Street and that old, moldy brick building of ours. But I've got to move on, and you know, even before the accident, you still owed me 3 months' pay. Peter and I are planning to get married, and I need some stability. I hope you understand. I've left my key under the doormat. I've paid the water and electric bills, so those are in your hands now. Goodbye, John. I wish you all the luck in the world. P.S. A few days ago, an older woman came by asking for you. I told her you might be back at the office this afternoon. She seemed quite eager to have a word with you. Penny.
Damn it, Penny. I don't blame her, though. I'm a right mess. I've managed to lose the only two things that kept me grounded. Her sound advice, always spot on, and the faint hope that she might dump Peter and give me a chance.
Well, you sound like a barrel of laughs, so...
Blimey, it's nearly noon. I must have lost track of time in those blasted nightmares.
It's the same thing.
That's me, the Bloodhound Morley.
The Bloodhound Morley. Hell yeah. I like that. It's got a nice
Story
ring
of
to
my
it.
life. Nearly broke.
Ooh, you got some pills over here, dude. Hell yeah. Let's go flying.
Trench coat and fedora hat. Every detective's must have.
That's everything? Or can I? Nope. I thought maybe I could crouch, but no crouching. Monday, 5th of February, 1945. Okay, I guess we're done. We're good. Pretty.
I'd better hurry up. Just like Penny says in her note, I might have a new client this afternoon. And with the way things are going, I can't afford to let that slip away.
Hello again. Is that Millie Bobby Brown? Yep. Hi, 11. How are you doing? Can I not talk to you again, or? So no escort out?
All right, let's get moving. Today's the first day of the rest of my life.
Hell yeah. That's not a cliche at all. At last, back to the streets of cold comforts of foggy old London. The chimneys filled the air with the familiar tang of coal dust. While the rhythmic hum of the small industries in Whitechapel, Stepney, and Southwark rang in his ears like a symphony. Soon, he'd be seated in his cluttered, dusty office once more, ready for the next case, perhaps finishing off some forgotten bottle of whiskey tucked away in a drawer, and mourning the irreplaceable loss of his assistant, Penny. Aw. Well, I'm sure we'll get to meet her, right?
Back again. Feels like stepping into a forgotten paradise.
Karen's staircase. Vouvray. Monopoly. Border Collie puppies for sale, healthy and playful. Contact your neighbor on apartment 3B. Aw, what a Border Collie. Redstone. Pax Britannica.
Charge complete.
The people of Britain. I was actually the Karen staircase picture. It reminds me of I think it was a TikTok I watched where it's like the guy's like showing the like the romantic fiction or whatever novels. And it's like, oh, woman walking away, woman walking away, woman walking away, two women walking away toward each other, a child and a woman walking away, a man and a woman walking away. And it just keeps going. It's like every fucking picture on every one of those romantic novels shows a woman like walking away.
Everything has got that same old charm, and yet feels.
You guys should look it up.
new.
It's funny. Or maybe I'll just
This
put it on here. I don't
hospital
know.
given me a bit of a new outlook. Maybe I'll take it a shade easier from now on.
La
Sitting to cases that don't demand a trip to the morgue.
Ooh, that'd be ideal. La Riviera Italian. Portofino Preste Margarita e Rapallo. I have no idea if I just butchered the shit out of that. The Naughty Cat. Ooh. Hey, you're so hot. Oh, a little hot under the collar. Madame Marquez. Tarot reading and psychic visions. 7 doors. Is this like my stuff here, or?
Here they are. Penny's keys. Just like it says in her note. My files. Cases, clients, debts. Too many debts. Far too many.
The music and all that reminds me of that game, Nobody Wants to Die, I played on the channel.
This case is worth its
About a
weight
year
in
ago.
gold. Everything you need for a portable lab.
Nice.
The umbrella with a bullet hole. Souvenir from the marksman case. Nearly lost my hat on that one.
Detective John Morley solves the sinister Black Letters case. For months, anonymous letters containing chilling threats tormented key figures in Parliament and the arts. With nerves frayed and reputations on the line, Detective Morley traced the source to an unlikely author and exposed a web of blackmail, obsession, and revenge. Nice. Detective John Morley uncovers the truth behind the widow's staircase. In a chilling turn of events, the mysterious accidents on the stone steps of Evermore Hall are finally explained. After weeks of investigation, Detective Morley reveals a shocking deception buried beneath layers of family secrets. Damn, are you sure you're not just a fucking novelist, dude?
This one's a favorite. The jealous lover solved everything with a few blows from an ashtray. Brutal. But
Isn't everybody? Also, why are you climbing on your drawer over here? Is this the red shoes killer?
Even the coppers missed it. The slant on the letter E. That's what gave away the typist in the Black Letters case.
Cool. I like that. Detective John Morley has solved the intricate case of the Jade Mask. Detective John Morley has solved the intricate... Okay, you just put that. Detective John Morley has solved the... Jesus, okay. Just move on. A seasoned investigator who has solved the... What? Absolutely. Did I say absolutely? What does that say? No. The I cannot tell what that is. no idea, challenging case. It has captured a, I don't know what that is. It has captured a something public interest, metered public interest? I don't know. For the past several weeks. The case recently with new evidence discovered recently and captured of the culprit. Further details about the case will be made available soon. The public has very readily received news of its teen intuition, investigating appearance to be seen of the capture of the culprit. New details presented the public has, and an appearance with suspect will be made available soon. Okay, whatever. I don't fucking know. It sounds like that guy was drunk when he typed that shit out.
Penny's desk. I ought to give her a ring and try to sweet talk her into coming back. If this new client brings in some decent dough, maybe I could settle what I owe her and use a little charm to win her over. So this is Peter. That smug grin's got "punch me" written.
You've been gone for a month and you didn't take your boyfriend's picture with you? How would you leave that there?
The murder weapon from the cadaver collector case. Nasty business, that one.
The case of the spurned mistress. Yeah, I can't read that. Wait. In a remarkable feat of detection, renowned sleuth John Morley has brought a swift resolution to the mystery involving the death of prominent baker Thomas Rowland. Through keen intellect and rigorous investigation, the wily detective has exposed the shocking identity of the murderer. Rowland's demise, initially shrouded in obscurity, has now been attributed to an unscrupulous former paramour bent on revenge. Morley's success reinforces his status as an unparalleled master of deduction. Cool. Well, why can't I get work? Oh, the red shoes.
The red shoes murder. One of the most complicated I've faced. Finally. Case closed.
Case closed. I got some burritos, a breakfast burrito and some rice from Robertito's. So good. Like a story you... What? Something predict. Seven the box. All the victims were women. The main role. Claire Sullivan, Amanda something, Rona Stent. Guess these were all the victims. The killer's been wearing a disguise. E16, I think that's what that says. Cool. So what now? Do I click on my desk or what? Let's see what I got going on here.
My desk, strangely tidy. Normally it's buried under papers, notes, bits of evidence. Penny must have wanted to leave everything spick and span before she walked out on me. Another one of my cards. But this one has my last name circled.
So just type Morley, I guess?
The Scarlet Page. I trust Penny didn't go snooping through my things while I was away. Oh, my apologies, madam. I didn't hear you come in. I was a bit distracted.
Good afternoon, Mr. Morley. I trust your assistant informed you of my visit as promised.
My apologies. I was rather engrossed and didn't notice your arrival. To whom do I owe the honor of this meeting?
Lady Margaret Fordside, the 4th Countess of Bloomsbury.
Lady Margaret, could you tell me what brings you here today? How can I assist you?
I shall endeavor to be as candid as possible. 20 years ago, when my daughter was just 18, she was brutally murdered.
Jesus.
It happened at our family estate, Bloomsbury.
That was 20 years ago? How old are you?
Someone slipped into the house unnoticed, and upon reaching her room, delivered 5 fatal stab wounds to her chest, lungs, and heart.
It was you, Case Alt. I am that good.
Eager to close the case, hastily blamed and condemned 2 violent thieves who clearly had nothing to do with her death. The investigation was closed, and justice was never served. I am prepared to offer you £30,000 if you take on this case, and a further £30,000 if you can solve it and bring the true killer to light. Tell me, Mr. Morley, will you accept this case?
I understand your distress, Lady Fordside. But before I commit to anything, might I trouble you with a few questions?
By all means, Mr. Morley. Ask whatever you must.
Yeah, why now?
A case that's been cold for 20 years. You certainly don't make it easy for me, Lady Margaret. What made you decide to seek out a detective now?
For over 2 decades, I've fought tirelessly to have the case reopened, to prove that the real murderer escaped justice. But all in vain. Neither solicitors nor well-meaning police friends, nor even journalists hungry for a dark story have managed to uncover anything. Then one day, I read about your success in solving the case of the Red Shoes killer. Regrettably, I also learned of the unfortunate incident that left you hospitalized with grievous injuries. On the advice of your secretary, Miss Penny, I waited patiently for your recovery. And now, here I am.
Yeah, Bloomsbury Manor?
Tell me about Bloomsbury Manor. Do you still reside there?
After Elody's death, I abandoned the estate. I couldn't bear to remain there, to live within those walls. Even now, when I visit the manor, it still feels as though I can hear her footsteps echoing through the halls, her voice humming that old melody, the delusions of an old woman who has mourned her daughter for far too long.
Why is that I don't know why that's not working. Whatever.
No mother should ever have to bury her child. Should you accept the case, Bloomsbury Manor would likely be the best place to begin the investigation. I shall not impede your work, as I now reside at Bedford Square, in the heart of the city.
Tell me about the men the police arrested. Why are you so certain they weren't guilty?
2 days after the murder, the police arrested a pair of violent thieves who were terrorizing the county at the time. Though they swore their innocence in my daughter Elody's death, their criminal record completely undermined their defense. Seizing the opportunity, the police locked them away for their other crimes, and the case was closed. But what has always struck me as suspicious is that nothing was stolen on the night my Elody was killed. If those thieves were truly the culprits, why would they murder her and then leave without taking a single piece of silver? It doesn't add up, Mr. Morley.
Tell me, were there any witnesses? Did anyone see or hear anything?
It happened at midnight. The house was practically empty at the time, with only a few servants and a guest who was sleeping in the west wing. I was the only one who might have heard something, as my room was next to hers. Unfortunately, I had taken a sleeping draught and fell into a deep slumber. It is a decision I shall regret for the rest of my days.
Well, I believe I have all the information I need to get started. I accept the case, and will begin the investigation immediately.
I'm pleased to hear that. My butler will bring you the £30,000 tomorrow morning. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have matters to attend to. Once you uncover the culprit, contact me at once, and I shall promptly deliver the remaining £30,000. Please, Mr. Morley, unravel this harrowing mystery that has tormented me for so long.
Crazy. Wow, $60,000 to solve a murder. Holy shit. Okay, well, I'm sold. Okay, the Shadows from the Past. The visit from Countess Margaret Fordside was just what John needed, a case with all the right ingredients to stir his detective's instincts. An unsolved murder from 20 years ago, abandoned by the police and their incompetence, and a generous reward waiting at the end. What more could a man want on his first day back? The journey to Bloom... See, it says Bloomsbury here, but it says Bloomsbury when they say it. The journey to Bloomsbury Manor passed without incident, though the rough, neglected road, ravaged by years of rain and wind, made for an uncomfortable ride. He arrived under the cover of night. The place was quiet, like the ruins of an old tomb, forgotten and forsaken. All right, cool. Let's get into this shit, man. I love me a good mystery. Even says Bloomsbury Manor on the achievement.
As I made my way through the dense forest path, a haunting silence enveloped the air.
I like his
It was
voice.
as though the very night of the crime still lingered here, shrouded in an eerie calm. The manor stood before me, its facade as inscrutable as the shadows that danced in the moonlight. Every step I took felt like a step deeper into the heart of a mystery that refused to be forgotten.
Very cool. Okay. So wait, can I go back to the car? How the fuck did you... Oh, I see. Okay, that's like the road there. Okay. You're just gonna leave your car on, huh? Okay. Probably not the best decision you'll ever make. He's like, man, I got 30,000 pounds. I'm rich, bitch. I mean, in 1945, damn, might as well have been $1 million. Can I go over here? Nope. Damn invisible walls. Ooh, pretty place. Spooky. I like it. I like a good spook.
Not a sound. The stillness feels heavy, like it's hiding something.
Okay, I'm confused. How do I... It said to check your journal, but I don't know how to do that. Hold on, give me a minute. Let me see. Let's go options, controls, key bindings. Doesn't say anything. Case files. I or M. I thought I hit that already. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we got Beth Kelly, age 32, nurse, head of ward at St. Dymphna Hospital. She oversaw my recovery after I was badly injured following a dangerous conclusion to my last case. A steady hand and sharp eye, but you can tell she carries the weight of the job. Let's see. Countess Lady Margaret Fordside, age 68, an English aristocrat from the noble bloodline. 20 years ago, her daughter Elody was brutally murdered. Now, after all this time, she came to me to finally put the pieces together. She's come to me to finally put the pieces together and solve the case once and for all. If you look closely, you can see it in her eyes. She's been carrying the burden of her tragedy for far too long. Okay, the case. 20 years ago, Elody, the daughter of the Lady Margaret, was stabbed to death in her bedroom during the night as she slept. After countless failed investigations, the Countess has now tasked me with solving the case. Okay, well. So, like, each one's gonna fill up, like, for the same thing? Or is this... Is it, like, multiple cases? Because it says the last case, but... Westland Asylum, a place of hope and healing. At Westland Asylum, we believe that the path to recovery begins with compassion, understanding, and the most advanced techniques of mental health care. Our institution offers a tranquil haven for those seeking respite from the trials of the mind. Okay. I can read, man, I promise. Let's see. Let's just take a look around at our surroundings here.
This painting.
I don't know if it's art,
It's rather
but I
grim.
like it.
There's something deeply unsettling about it.
Really is.
Almost like it carries a shadow of its own.
You're not going to address the broken mirror there? Okay. Your ladyship, I write to you on behalf of the Westland Society of Fine Arts regarding the exhibition currently on display at our gallery, which features several works by your daughter, Miss Elody Fordside. While we fully appreciate the remarkable talent and artistry evident in her work, it is with great regret that we must inform you of a matter of concern. Several of the Society's patrons, particularly among the more sensitive members of our community, have found Miss Fordside's paintings to be of a highly disturbing nature. We have received numerous complaints, with mothers remarking that the artwork has caused distress to their children, and some ladies reporting feelings of unease. There is a growing sentiment that the pieces are unsuitable for public exhibition. Really, dude? It's fucking art, dude, particularly in a space frequented by young and impressionable minds. It is with the utmost respect and consideration that we kindly request your ladyship to arrange for the removal of Miss Fordside's paintings from the current display. We understand that this may cause disappointment, but we feel it necessary to preserve the decorum and sensibilities of our gallery's visitors. We would be honored to work with you in finding a more appropriate venue to exhibit Miss Fordside's art, where her unique visions can be appreciated by a more discerning and prepared audience. Excuse me. We trust you will understand our position in the delicate matter, and we look forward to hearing from you at your earliest convenience. With the deepest respect, yours faithfully, Sir Arthur, I was going to say Arthur Weasley, Arthur Wellesley, Secretary, Westland Society of Fine Arts.
It seems Elody had a passion for
That's
art,
kind of fucked up, dude.
but her style wasn't exactly well received. Disturbing from the looks of it. The doors chained up with a padlock. Looks like I'll need to find the key. A blue
So
moon,
cool.
fitting for a place haunted by its own secrets.
Oh, I love games like this so much. Oh, hell yeah.
This for me. It could be useful for getting around the place.
So I can turn you. But where do I want to turn you to? Maybe that way? My lady, I would kindly ask that once the midday service is complete, you grant me a few moments of your time in the library. Joan Merver, your housekeeper.
So, the housekeeper left a note for the Countess, asking her to meet here on the day of the murder. I wonder what truly happened during that encounter. Very well. Let's piece the events together, step by step.
Okay. Oh. There's others. I honestly thought that did something. I was like, holy shit, I just guessed. All excited.
The Fordside family crest. A rampant dragon. A time-honored symbol across European heraldry, particularly among the English and the Welsh. 2 chairs. One of them knocked over. Lipstick stains. Same shade the Countess wore when she visited my office.
Damn.
An empty envelope. Did the housekeeper hand the Countess a letter?
Possibly.
Looks like someone arranged tea in the library that day. The housekeeper's cup is still here. Tea spilled across the table.
You might say she spilled the tea.
It seems they met here. But something went wrong during the conversation.
I am very angry. After all these years of service, this is how you repay me? Walking away like this?
I'm sorry, madam, but the situation has become unbearable. My bags are already packed.
Excuse me. Okay. She was like, come on, spill the tea. And then she did. She was like, ha ha, very funny.
Looks like this is the Fordside family book, showing some of their ancestors.
Move the cursor to the edge of the screen to go back. And see, Sir Alaric Fordside, An astronomer and a romantic who saw in the stars metaphors of his loneliness. In 1842, during a total eclipse, he swore that the diamond ring around the moon was the spirit of his wife Eleanor, who had died giving birth. From that moment on, his telescope never ceased to aim at the sun, seeking to capture that eternal moment. Excuse me. Lady Eleanor Fordside. Wait, what? Oh, he was an oldie when he married her. Oh, shit. Shrapnel scar on her cheek, hands hardened by iron and mud of baklava. Amid the roar of the Crimean cannons, her silver medical kit, now stained with gunpowder and memory, held not only wounds, but the hidden truth behind the colonel's death. They say she swore to protect that secret, and that the oath still lingers within these walls. Lord Cedric Fordside, a man with a prominent nose and a wandering soul, whose steps trace paths where only blank maps had once lain. Cartographer to Queen Victoria, he devoted his life to naming the unnameable, jungles and swallowed expeditions, rivers that erase borders and villages whose names only be remembered. Only he remembered. His globe, now cracked by time and the salt of 1,000 seas, bears between its meridians the scars of a man who preferred to get lost rather than return. Lady Isolde Fordside, a pianist with ethereal hands and a drowned heart. After losing her beloved in the wreck of the SS Meridian, her nocturnes became unnamed requiems. Her final composition, Elegy in Blue, rests on the ebony music stand in the library. Its notes sketch waves and never kiss the shore, and its pauses echo the silence of a ring never given. Well, that's cool. I like that. Little back history there.
A globe resting in a beautiful wooden stand.
I've obviously got to do something about... Wait, is that meant to be... Hold on. Was the book a clue about the statues? Because each one is one of them, right? So, okay, hold on. So that is... Who is that? That's you? No. That's you. So that's Alaric. Okay, he should be aimed towards the telescope. Okay, hold on. So... No. You want to go the other way. He should be looking at the telescope, right? So like that? I guess. I'm not 100% sure. What's this?
The Countess threw the housekeeper out in a fit of rage. In her haste, the housekeeper forgot one of her bags. What was it that unsettled the housekeeper enough to abandon her post so suddenly?
She was pregnant with the Countess's baby. Okay. He was... What was his deal? What was the other guy's deal? He was... So... His globe. Okay. So that's the globe. Okay, so you should be looking at the globe. Whoops. That's not right. Okay, he's looking at the globe. You're looking at the... telescope. Okay, I don't know. Okay, which one's which? Okay, you can tell by the hair. Okay, so I need... Okay, so that's her. And she... Okay, so she's the pianist. So the piano? And then the other one was a nurse. Crimean cannons, silver medical kit, now stained with gunpowder and memory, not only elements, but the hidden truth of the colonel's death. The only thing I see on here that I've seen is like a medical kit. Yeah, it says her silver medical kit. Okay, so that's over here, I think. I thought I saw, yeah, right here. So you should be looking at that. Is this you? No. But it's got to be. Okay, so you should be looking... No, why can't you just spin it the way you want to? And then you're the pianist. So is there a piano? Is there a piano? Hold on. I don't think I saw a piano. Oh, but there is music sheets. Elody in blue. Okay. That way? I don't think I could turn it any more to the left there. Can I turn you more? Oh, I can. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I love it. I love figuring things out. Oh, I love games like this. I'm going to have so much fun with this game. That was so cool. All right, I need to check on the fireplace.
Lady Fordside, still seething, burned something in the fireplace.
Let's see, my lady. I have reached a decision. Though it weighs heavily upon my heart to sever the ties that have long bound me to this household, since the reign of King Williams IV, my family has served Bloomsbury with unwavering loyalty and steadfastness, marked by discretion and a faithful execution of our duties. However, there are limits to all things, and of late this house has been frequented by certain individuals whose presence is wholly at odds with the principles of which my lineage is so devoted. It is no coincidence that our family motto is Oblatus, signifying something offered or consecrated. We are vassals of an ideal, the custodians of the most deep-rooted traditions and the bastions of the eternal values of our nation. This house has forsaken all of this, and you well know the reasons why. Please do not concern yourself. I, too, understand why you have allowed this. Rest assured, I do not judge you harshly, just as I hope you will understand my reasons. As my family says, Fausta, best wishes. Joan Merver, housekeeper of Bloomsbury Manor. Why would you put that? Like, housekeeper of Bloomsbury Manor.
Seems something, or someone, troubled her greatly. Enough to break the long-standing family tradition tying her to this place. Another painting by Elody. There's something deeply disturbing about her work.
I like it. I don't know. I like the real dark, emotional paintings. Because it's always like, what was going through the painter's mind, you know?
This must have been some sort of private study for the Countess. An old pocket watch. It probably belonged to Lord Fordside, Lady Margaret's husband. A British passport. Lord Fordside was undoubtedly a man of the world. Lady Margaret and a young woman. I suppose it's Elody. They look happy. It was undoubtedly a better time.
Oh yeah, the mom looks so happy. At least the daughter's like got a faint little smile. I don't think either one looks really happy. Lady Margaret Fordside, I am writing to you as the attending physician of Ward 2 to provide an update on your daughter Elody's progress. It is with great pleasure that I report her notable improvement. Elody now confides that she no longer experiences dark thoughts. Most importantly, the nightmares have subsided, and she has begun to communicate more amicably with her fellow patients, a crucial step in her recovery. Elody has also asked me to relay a request. She would like you to bring her amber necklace when you visit this Sunday. I will continue to keep you informed of her progress. Respectfully, Dr. Mulder, Chief Psychiatrist, Westland Asylum. Fox, Mulder?
Elody was committed to a psychiatric facility, but she supposedly recovered from whatever ailed her. This looks like the key to the main hall. Could be my way into the heart of the house.
Okay, so is that everything here? Let's see. Joan Merver, age 51 at the time of Elody's death, the housekeeper of Bloomsbury Manor. Her family has served the Fordside lineage since the days of King William IV. Joan's loyalty is unshakable, but she can't quite mask her unease at the recent events within the manor walls. The kind of woman who knows more than she says and hides more than she knows. Okay, why did Joan Merver leave Fordside estate? Something or someone greatly unsettled Joan Merver, the housekeeper, enough to break a long-standing family tradition of serving the Fordside hospital. Our household. Elody stay at Westland Sanatorium. Elody had been committed to a sanatorium for having dark thoughts, but she appeared to make a full recovery and return home. Only a few months later, she was murdered. You know, art is meant to be like a form of expression, right? Like when you're painting like that and it's dark, you're getting your thoughts out. It doesn't matter if it's bad or not. I mean, you're getting your dark thoughts out. You're expressing yourself. You're not just keeping them contained. But I guess it was a different time in the mid 20th century, right? Nice. That's a cool shot right there. An enormous tree in the heart of the mansion. This place is no ordinary house. I don't know. I think it's actually kind of common, right, to have things like that? Wasn't it back then? I don't know. Maybe not.
This door is locked as well. If the Countess wanted me to investigate, why didn't she leave the doors open?
Because she just wants you to find her truth. She doesn't want you to find the truth. Ooh.
Layers of dried oil paint, left untouched for 20 years. It's as if time stopped the moment Elody laid down her brush. Feels like the room's holding its breath, waiting for something to stir.
Well said.
This door appears to lead out to the back garden. Locked with a padlock. I'll need to find the key. A man with his back turned, watching a ship go down.
See, I would hang that in my room.
Looks like the last painting Elody was working on was of a ship at sea. The whole gallery is filled with maritime references. She seemed quite obsessed with it.
Kind of reminds me of that Stephen King novel, Doohickey. It was a really good one. I actually really like that novel. But it has to do with a painting and a ship.
The sinking of a ship.
Guy keeps drawing or painting. He takes up painting after an accident. He moves to a place in Florida called Doohickey, and he starts taking up painting. And every time he paints, he starts going into a trance, and he paints the same picture. It's the same ship, but every painting, it's like the ship gets a little more into frame. And then, like, as it gets into frame, like, it starts to reveal clues about the ship, and then it reveals, like, there was something happening, like, it was a real ship that, like, sank. And then he finds out more about, like, it happened just outside where his home is, like in the ocean. And it leads to, like, a really cool mystery. It was really neat. I liked it.
The grand ship on the open sea.
I think the ship was called the Persephone. What's the name of the ship?
Looks
in
like
Doohickey?
some sort of clue.
Trace the tree's journey from birth to decay.
Trace the tree's journey from birth to decay.
Go ahead. You take it, John.
Follow the path of the artist in a thoughtful display. Arrange the 4 stages and the door will obey. Unlock the path ahead as art lights your way.
Okay. So, tree from birth to decay, path of the artist in a thoughtful display. Arrange the 4 stages and the door will obey. Unlock the path ahead as art lights the way. Okay. Drawing and dining room. My lady, I must confess never before has anyone requested something of this nature from me. I believe I am capable of the task, but I must inform you that it will require a significant sum. Certain parts will need to be specifically crafted in the city, and I must first commission the necessary plans. What you are asking for is a piece of intricate engineering, but rest assured there will be no more ingenious way to restrict access to certain areas of the house. If it pleases you, I propose to delineate the spaces as follows. Area A, private quarters. Area B, guest quarters. Area C, kitchen and servants' quarters. I have provided a sample mechanism for Area C. Adhering to your original concept, I would greatly appreciate a prompt response so that I may proceed with ordering the remaining mechanisms. Thomas Blacksmith.
Lady Margaret took special care to secure
He's a
the house,
blacksmith, but it's named Blacksmith.
restricting access to certain areas.
Oh, so that's what I need. I need a 5-digit code. Holy hell. Can I open you? Oh. I need 2 of them. That's area B, and that's area what? A. Okay. So here. Nice. Ooh. Cool. Oh.
Some of these paintings are really dark and sinister. This looks like Elody's diary. Let's see what her last entries reveal.
I'm absolutely over the moon. Walter has written to say he's coming.
Walter.
I met him at the Western Sanatorium, and we have grown so very close. He was there recovering from the trauma of a shipwreck, where he tragically lost his companions. By sheer luck, he was rescued, but not before spending an entire year on an island living amongst the natives. He truly is an adventurer.
All right, guys, give me a minute real quick. Sorry. All right, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. I had to take care of a few things.
A young woman.
Ooh, that one's actually really cool. Made me some more coffee, too. Oh, it's so good.
I'm so happy. Walter has finally arrived.
Walter!
I must admit.
Me when I got my
I am
pug.
utterly captivated by him. I invited him to visit, and he gave me his word he wouldn't fail to come as soon as he was able to leave. And now he's finally here. I can scarcely contain my joy. It feels as though all the darkness has faded away.
Oh no, you're gonna start making like landscapes? Oh, I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize that was there. I thought I was supposed to be looking at the painting.
Happy. I wonder what became of Walter after Elody died.
I don't know. Let's take a look at this Walter. So Elody. Lady Margaret's daughter, Elody, was sent to a sanatorium after showing signs of minor psychiatric troubles. At just 18, she met her end, murdered in cold blood while she slept in the family mansion. Something doesn't sit right about the way her story was left to rest, unfinished. She's cute, too. She's really pretty. She's kind of got a, oh my God, I don't know the actress's name. She was in Meet Joe Black and, Mystery Men. She was the waitress. Ooh, Walter. What's up, dude? Age 30. Walter Brandon. Age 30. About a young captain in the merchant navy and a daring adventurer. After surviving a shipwreck and spending months stranded on a remote island, he sought recovery at the sanatorium. It was there that he met Elody, and amidst the shadows of recovery, their romance blossomed, a spark in a place where hope often feels out of reach. What fate befell Walter Brandon in the wake of Elody's tragic death? Okay, so we got what drove Lady Margaret's obsession with security? Lady Margaret seemed consumed by an obsession with the house's security. She was installing an elaborate security system when the tragedy occurred. What was it that troubled her so deeply? The romance between Elody and Walter Brandon. Elody had fallen in love with Walter Brandon, a man she met at the sanatorium. After they were discharged, he invited him to stay at her family manor. The mysterious past of Walter Brandon. According to Elody's notes, Walter Brandon was a sailor and adventurer who was recovering from the trauma of a severe shipwreck, where he had been the sole survivor. Yeah, I bet he caused it, huh? Is that how it's going to end? It's going to end that he caused the shipwreck, she found out through the paintings. The ghosts of the ship are like telling her what happened. I almost feel like that's what's going to happen. Well, I can turn those, and I can't turn them back, so...
Damn it, it's not here. It's simply not here.
Walter Brandon, Stella Maris's vessel.
This must be the Countess's handwriting. What was she searching for? Looks like a commercial seaman's yearbook. Listing ships and their crews. It's open to the pages under S.
Ooh. Turn that one. Oh, I can turn that one too. Oh, so you're just supposed to turn them. Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was like a certain order that you had to turn them or whatever. That was cool. Man, God, I love games like this. These are my kink, man.
Tragedy seems to have cast a long shadow over this family.
Lord Fordside disappears under mysterious circumstances. Authorities are in something of the sudden and something disappearance of renowned missing late housekeeper. Something about the housekeeper. I really like that picture. I don't know why that one's just resonating with me. Something about just like that minimalistic, just like everything's dark except for just like the image. Oh, I love it so much. This game's cool, man. I really like this game. Where's this game been at all my life? Oh, we just got a save point. All right, I have my lantern. I'm like, wait, it's fucking dark in here. Oh, duh.
A boarded up door. The access to the servants' quarters appears to be blocked for some reason.
Oh, well, there you go.
Something definitely happened here. Was it a struggle? These broken chairs. Someone must have held them to the ground with great force.
Hope you guys are enjoying this too.
Life is missing, and it's nowhere to be found. Likely taken by the same person who caused all this destruction. It looks like this vase was shattered. Not just dropped, but smashed with intent.
Oh, I can't go any further. Ooh, spooky. What is that? I know there's a door on that end, so I probably need this to open the boards, right? So let's get these off of here.
Looks like the crowbar is broken. A good way to motivate the staff.
Where'd you get the crowbar from the land of Hyrule, from Breath of the Wild? It's the only thing bad about that game, man, was the fact that your weapons break so easily.
A backgammon board. One of the oldest board games.
Okay.
Miss Marva apparently knew her way around the tarot. What a dreadful spread. And what a chilling omen it revealed. Evil approaches. It will bring death. And lay ruin to the house and all.
Are you good, Oliver? You want out or no? You want out? Oh. Alright. Hold on. Let me get you out. Come on. Oliver. Come on. You want out or not? Silly kitty. No, buddy. No. No. I was opening the doors. Silly Oliver. He's such a silly kitty, I swear. He's a good cat, though. He's an orange, so, you know, can't hold it against him. Let's see, area B, 34982. Cool. 34982. Got everything in here? Oh, wow.
Dog pierced with an awl. A warning?
Probably. I mean, Jesus. Dear Mother, I wish I could tell you that all is well and that I am happy here at the Countess's household. Mrs. Murwer, the housekeeper, takes good care of me. Lady Margaret sees no one but her daughter. According to Mrs. Murwer, she fears some kind of relapse and the manor is falling apart day by day. But the worst of it, Mother, is that man, that dark. He lurks in the shadowy corners of the house when I am cleaning or carrying out my tasks and throws himself at me. He is incredibly strong. His great hand sees me and I feel completely helpless. At night, I am afraid to go to the lavatory. There, in the dim solitude, I feel watched by something wicked and a deep spectral breathing leaves me frozen with fear. Only Mrs. Werwer has listened to me. I believe she too understands that the man is a great danger, one that will, sooner or later, bring about a tragedy. She and I are exhausted. Yours affectionately. So, that's Walter that she's talking about? He's there and, like, what, he's, like, raping her or something? Like, that's not a tragedy? That he's just, like, raping you at night and you're just like, oh, well, he's going to cause a tragedy soon. I mean, I don't know, maybe he's not going that far, but it is implied.
No doubt. This is the cook's room.
What does that say? I can't read what that says. It says, I think for Sunday, I must remember to go to the market to buy seeing ingredients. Okay. Cool. I like that you can actually read everything too. That's really neat. Oh, is this the other side of the rubble? Wait. No. It's probably on that side.
Lady Margaret, after the death of her daughter, dismissed the staff and left the mansion.
Following the funeral of her beloved daughter, Elody, you are kindly requested to proceed to the main hall of the estate, where you shall each receive a payment equal to 3 months' wages. With this gesture, your service in this household shall come to an end. Lady Fordside extends her deepest gratitude for your loyalty and devoted service. Well, I mean, she did lose her daughter, so... What the fuck? Walter, that you? It's either Walter or Satan. I'm not sure.
A pair of blood-stained scissors stuck in the sink basin. Deeply unsettling.
You're not going to comment on the breathing in the walls? You're seriously not going to comment on that? Jesus Christ, Walter. I mean, John. So Walter's still in the house, huh? He, like, killed the daughter and then the mom left and then he just stayed? Wait a minute. Can I not take those? Yeah, he's definitely in the walls. That's creepy. That is so creepy. Wait, so then how do I get to the other... Oh, right. I need to... Hold on. I need to go look at the password again. 34982. Okay. 34982. Okay.
Is there someone else in the house?
Yes. Walter, I presume.
Who the devil is that man? He had a knife. I'm completely in the dark here.
Except for your lantern.
I don't think he saw me.
Yeah, he did. He was walking right toward you with the knife up in the air. He definitely saw you, and that's got to be Walter. 34982, right? That was here. Oh, wait. Whoops. Nice. Cool.
Another boarded-up door. The question is, was it sealed before the murder? And why?
Oh, that lighthouse one is cool. This game is really awesome so far. I'm loving this game. Let me know if
This must be Walter Brandon's room.
Let me know if you guys are enjoying this game too. Do you guys enjoy murder mysteries as much as I do? Because I absolutely adore them. So.
The painting of a ship, unmistakably
Yeah,
Elody's style.
I think it's all coming together. She was painting because they're all maritime pictures. She was painting what happened on that ship, and she found out through her paintings what Walter did, and then found out who he really was. So he killed her, and the mom was trying to figure it out too. But it's like, why wouldn't she have said something? I don't know. That's weird. I'm sure we'll figure it out though. Awesome.
An empty bottle. It smells of good rum. The diary of Walter Brandon. Perhaps it holds some clues about who he was, and what his involvement in this case might be.
I am terrified that man has found me. I fear something dreadful is about to happen. Tonight as I awoke, I saw him, standing at the foot of my bed. I could not make out his face, but his knife. The gleam of its blade shone in the darkness. I sprang up suddenly, determined to confront this stranger. Grabbing the heavy candlestick from the nightstand, I hurled it with all my strength. He vanished into the dark.
What on earth happened? Did Walter also see the mysterious man with the knife? It's absurd. This occurred 20 years ago. Surely that man can't still be lurking about. Can he?
No, yeah, and it's definitely going to be Walter. I think he wrote that as like to throw people off the scent. Whoa. What the fuck?
It was a grave mistake. He has followed me, watching.
Yeah, whatever.
Corners, waiting to surprise me. I dare not tell Elody. She would think the one thing I dread most for her to believe. I see him again from the window, watching me. His long hair and beard obscure his face, and he still holds that knife. He means to kill me.
It's definitely you, dude. You can't fool me. Whoa, that's cool.
I am losing my faculties. It is best I return to the ship. Everyone seems to be conspiring against me. The housekeeper despises me, accusing me of misconduct. Perhaps I'm not a man of refinement, but I know what respect is. Yet this morning, as I awoke from my rest, she was enraged with me. It was of no use to tell her I had slept peacefully. An external maid who comes to clean was crying and accusing me of having approached her in an unseemly manner. I would never do such a thing. I am a sailor, a man of the world. I know how to conduct myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have a split personality, dude.
A compass and a sextant. Tools of a sailor.
It's the tears of a rapper.
A model ship. Mr. Brandon must have felt a deep yearning for the sea.
And Jesus, apparently.
The last entry in the diary, dated the very night of the murder.
My beloved Elody, why can you not believe this poor sailor who only wishes to love you? I have left everything behind. My ship, the sea, all my world, just to be by your side as you asked me to. Damn it. I can hear the man with the knife coming up the stairs from the hall. I need to hide.
Walter was terrified. What in the devil was happening here? It seems this trunk was all Walter owned. I should take a look at it. photograph of Elody. No doubt Walter cared for her deeply. Looks like the key to the back garden.
Ooh, nice.
I better head back to the staircase gallery. Pretty sure I saw a door to the outside there.
Mm-hmm. Can I read that? Or carpenter, undertaker. I can't read that. Are you not going to read that? Okay, whatever. About the hat.
Seems I'm not the only one with a fondness for hats.
Okay. Guess we're not reading that. Okay. Cool.
The killer likely fled through the rear door of the house.
Wow, this house is fucking gigantic. I love it. So, the guy was at sea for a while. He was either cursed by something or he just went crazy. Like cabin fever kind of thing. Killed the crew. Floundered the ship. And then got rescued by, or not rescued, but found, by Elody. Went there, split personality. When he's the man with the knife, he's attacking women and killing people, basically. And then when he's not, he's Walter. So crazy. That's what I'm thinking. That's where my head's at. That's what's happening.
At that old fountain in the garden, now little more than a basin of stagnant water, one can still make out the faint impressions of bloodied hands. It seems almost certain the killer stopped here, in a hurried attempt to wash away some of the blood spattered across his body.
Crazy. This is awesome, man.
The gate still bears the macabre traces of that old tragedy, like a silent witness, pointing to the path taken by that murderous beast as he fled.
And the sound effects in this game are really good too, man. Like the sound design in this game is just so good. Merry Christmas, everyone. Split personalities and women being murdered. Yeah, nothing says Christmas like
Here's
that.
the missing kitchen knife. Undoubtedly the murder weapon.
Wow, the cops really sucked, didn't they?
It's clear that the man who killed Elody discarded his blood-stained clothing during his escape.
They just walked into the room and were like, oh, well, the killer's not still here. I guess it
Despite
was
his
these
injuries,
thieves.
The killer rid himself of anything that might incriminate him before fleeing the scene. The boots, the coat, even the knife. It's a chilling thought, but those very items remind me of the figure seen lurking near the manor. The same figure Walter Brandon spoke of with such dread.
Oh.
Perhaps this sort
Oh,
of
no.
that boarded up room upstairs.
No.
Just by Walter Brandon's room.
Damn it. I should have let that play out. Well, you can read the subtitle. I'm sure that explains it. I'll look at it when I'm editing. Well, it's my footsteps. I'm scaring myself over here. All right, well, now I can go back to Area B and open up the boards there. To this day, 3 years since his disappearance, I am still I still catch myself entering this room, expecting to find him there, exhausted yet sleepless, laboring without pause, shut away for days on end without food or rest, carving his final dreadful and chilling masterpiece with those eyes, mad, haunted, the same eyes that seem to afflict every Fordside heir without exception, the very same enigmatic sorrowful gaze I find myself recognizing more and more in Elody's face with each passing day. The day I saw her, scarcely 3 years old, create her first drawing, I knew then she, too, was lost. I cursed this wretched inheritance, so steeped in misfortune. Tomorrow I shall take Elody to the sanatorium, with therapy in a controlled environment. Perhaps then she might begin to improve. I shall not allow the Fordside legacy to take Elody from me as well. 25741. That must be the other code. Okay, so 25741.
Unlabeled liquor bottles. The damp and the passing years have likely worn away whatever once marked them. There's a distinct scent of wormwood, the plant at the heart of absinthe. Thujone, its active compound, could provoke hallucinations. Visions said to come straight from the goddess Artemis herself. Lord
Goddess of
Fordside
the
was a
moon,
gifted
huh?
artist, no doubt, but his work betrayed a dark and tormented soul. This unfinished fallen angel stirs in me a curious sense of unease, almost repulsion. A sharpening wheel. Lord Fordside likely crafted his own chisels.
Nice ass. Oh, okay. Wait, was that everything? 25741. Okay.
The door is locked. I'll need to find the key.
Par for the course in this place. Oh, shit. What do we got? Really? Put it down. Put your fucking lantern down.
Him again. Who the bloody hell are you?
Wow, wow, wow. He's just staring at me. Ooh. That's cool. Is that supposed to be like a nymph or something? Or
This room looks like it belongs to a woman. Lady Margaret, perhaps? It's a damn fine bottle of wine. No one in their right mind would open a vintage like this and leave it abandoned, unless something rather urgent interrupted the evening. Seems Lady Margaret was reading in the chair that evening. The book's still open, right where she left it. The bed is made. The Countess hadn't yet gone to bed on the night of the murder.
because she said she was heavily sedated, right? Oh, keys. Should I grab those or?
This is a nightmare. I am deeply concerned for Elody. The housekeeper has long been warning me about Walter. I have made some inquiries, and nothing is as it seems. Elody remains blissfully happy with him in the house. I am at my wit's end. Since her return from the sanatorium, she has been positively radiant, a true beacon of light. They go out together and seem to have a splendid time. He appears very close to her. This is in stark contrast to the picture painted by the housekeeper, which is a complete contradiction.
Okay. Can I grab the keys now, or? Oh, wait, there's got to be more to look at, right? Oh, yep.
Last night I heard him scream. He seemed to be in the throes of a panic attack. I approached on tiptoe to the guest quarters, and then suddenly I was struck with terror. An insane, maniacal laughter echoed through the night. It did not sound like him. The following morning, Walter and Elody went out to sail on the pond.
Sail on the
appeared
pond?
normal, and he was the most charming he has ever been.
Can you sail on a pond? I thought the point of a pond was that, it was tiny.
Something made of glass has shattered here.
Oh my God, what is that noise? It's coming from Elody's room.
Can they not spell her name right? They've misspelled her name like 3 times in 3 different ways. It was like, it's Elody, but yet I've seen it like Elodie and then Elory, like Ellery. Like, what the fuck, dude? Can you not spell your character's name? I don't know if that's the developer's fault or if that's like an AI thing where they were using AI for the captions or the subtitles.
The fireplace tools, all knocked over on the floor. And unless my eyes deceive me, the poker appears to be missing.
Oh my God, Elody!
Lady Margaret, quite agitated, grabbed the fireplace poker and rushed toward Elody's room.
Now I can grab him.
Likely the one to Elody's room. Lady Margaret lied to me. She hadn't taken any sleeping draught that night. She could have heard the attack and rushed to see what was happening. Why did she hide this from me?
Because of who the killer really is.
The more I investigate, the more convoluted it all seems. I should head to Elody's room to search for answers.
Hold on, let's take a look real quick at this. So, the Knife Man, a shadowy figure always lurking with a blade in hand. His origins are shrouded in mystery. No one knows who he is or what drives him. Yet, when he's near, the air turns cold. The danger feels like an inevitable companion. You can sense him in the darkness, watching, waiting, his motives, and elusive. As elusive as the shadows he haunts. Who the devil is this man? Is he the true killer of Elody? What could he possibly be seeking in the mansion 20 years after the murder? Okay, so we've got more here. Looks like that was the last one, right? Rage in the kitchen. On the night Elody was murdered, someone tore through the kitchen in a fit of rage. One of the silver knives is missing. Who is the disheveled stranger lurking around the mansion? A strange, disheveled man with a menacing appearance is lurking around the mansion, clutching a knife. The man who terrified Walter Brandon. Walter Brandon was terrified by the presence of a mysterious knife-wielding figure who stalked him relentlessly. Walter Brandon seemed like an honorable man, madly in love with Elody, the kind of love you don't fake. Still, he was accused of taking liberties with one of the maids. Something about it doesn't sit right. Lady Margaret was worried about Elody. She harbored doubts about Walter Brandon, but had no proof to accuse him of anything, and for the first time in years, her daughter seemed truly happy. Lady Margaret lied in her account. She hadn't taken any sleeping pills. She was awake at the time of the murder and rushed with a blunt object in hand to defend her daughter. Okay, so... is this the right way? Yeah. Wait, this is... okay, that goes back there. Oh, wow.
There was a struggle here. Clear as day. Not a clean break-in. The killer wasn't subtle. Photograph of Elody Fordside and Walter Brandon. If my memory serves me right, looks like it was taken at Westland Asylum. A rag doll, tossed on the floor. I'd wager it used to sit neatly on the bed. Either it was knocked over in the scuffle, or perhaps Elody dropped it herself in the panic. A pool of dried blood. There's no doubt now. This was the scene of the crime.
You already knew that,
Judging
though.
by the sheer brutality of the crime, we can almost certainly conclude the killer was a man of considerable build. The blood-stained coat, found alongside the greenhouse knife, suggests that the mysterious figure seen loitering nearby may, in fact, be the very same individual who committed the murder. They say the killer always returns to the scene of the crime. But 20 years have passed. Why now? Let's attempt to reconstruct the events, just as they might have unfolded that night, and try to understand precisely what happened.
Let's.
A teacup on the bedside table. Elody must have lain down that night, perhaps already drifting to sleep.
Okay, then what happens?
The door's lock, completely broken,
Whoa, Jesus
indicates
Christ.
someone forced their way into the room, likely startling Elody awake.
And then what happens? Oh,
Elody tried to flee, but the killer cornered her near the vanity. She lost her
are you
balance
sleeping
and
with your
fell,
shoes on?
breaking the dresser and chair.
Weird. Okay. Oh,
The killer dragged her to the bed against her will. In the struggle, one of the vases fell from the mantelpiece. On the bed, the killer stabbed her mercilessly, again and again, staining the sheets with blood. That's when Lady Margaret arrived, striking the killer with the fireplace poker, knocking him away from Elody.
okay. So then why? I mean, she obviously knew who the killer was. Oh,
Wounded, the killer fled the scene, but it was already too late. Elody was already dead.
okay.
The old Bloomsbury mansion. It choked my thoughts. It had that kind of sadness
Now it's
that
Bloomsbury.
seeps into your bones like old damp, and that sudden abandonment, so clear before my eyes, looked like a sinister time capsule.
It's like Jim Carrey right there. Okay, but who actually killed her? Who is the knife man? Are we gonna figure that out, or it has to? Come on, the game can't be over. I mean, just because we know what happened to Elody doesn't mean that we're done. Of course, she did just say solve the murder. She didn't say, like, you know, bring the killer to justice, or
One thing was certain.
there we
My
go.
next move was to dig up answers about the man with the knife, and about Walter Brandon, the sailor from Westland Asylum, an old forgotten sanatorium that, 20 years ago, was the scene of a meeting between Elody Fordside and that Brandon fellow.
Are we going to the asylum? I think so. The old sanatorium loomed in the distance, silent and solemn, a monument to forgotten suffering. It stood like a sleeping giant, its walls steeped in the horrors of another age. John knew that crossing its threshold meant stepping into the labyrinth of the human mind, where the madness of some of the cold indifference of others had turned places like this into breeding grounds for nightmares. A creeping unease settled in as he neared the entrance, a whisper of dread curling at the edges of his thoughts. Yet he pressed on. He needed answers, and he was certain they lay waiting in the dark. Hell yeah. This shit's getting fucking awesome. So we know what
It was
happened.
an ungodly hour when my battered car crept along the winding, shadowed road leading to Westland Asylum.
I wonder if the man with the knife could actually be the mom's son. Like, is Walter Her brother?
What I found upon arrival was disquieting. The building, forsaken for more than a decade, remained illuminated.
Oh shit, wait, is my...
Was it some ancient emergency system defying the passage of time? Or was someone awaiting my arrival?
That's cool. Thought it was on fire for a second. Ah. Okay. I guess I found the way in. There we go. Look at that. Hell yeah. Cool thumbnail right there. Pretty sure this is locked. We're going to have to go around the back, right? Yeah.
The front door, sealed shut. As expected. Nothing's ever straightforward, is it?
Yeah, you
I'll
could
have
just
to find another way in.
kick the door. Oh. Gilbert, I am leaving now. I have gathered all my belongings, but I see that yours are still here. I have had to return the key to the front entrance, but the passageway leading to the back courtyard remains. I've covered it up a bit, but I'm sure you'll remember where it is. The kitchen window was broken, and quite frankly, I don't believe anyone will come to mend it. You should be able to get in through there without any trouble. Take care.
So, there's an alternative entrance. Hidden somewhere in the
Yeah,
wall of
you
the
already
asylum.
know that, though, John. Okay, so that's where we were supposed to come to find that. Okay. I don't have my lantern anymore. I guess I didn't bring it with me.
Bloody hell. It's pitch black in here. Looks like I've stumbled into what could be the kitchen. Impossible. Locked as well. Damn it. The lantern. It's broken. I'll have to manage without it for now.
Wait, I did bring it with me? Why wasn't I able to use it right there? There you go. There's a giant lantern. What's it connected to? Oh, okay. What is that connected to? It's not even connected to a source of electricity or anything.
Westland Asylum was a top place in its good old days.
Under the esteemed direction, Dr. Mulder, with distinguished consultation of Dr. Sherdinant, expert in modern therapeutic methods, compassion, understanding, and advanced techniques of mental health care, making the start of recovery. Dr. Mulder's guidance and Drahindians, is that how you say that? Drahindians progressive therapy insights, providing effective treatments for nervous ailments, melancholia, hysteria, and other mental disturbances. Services included are restorative rest cures, modern electrotherapy applications, talk therapy and moral treatment, personalized occupational activities, holistic and humane care. Westland Asylum stands at the fore of psychiatric advancement, merging experience and innovation while treating each patient with dignity of hope. For admissions and inquiries, Westland Asylum Admissions Office, Fairwood Lane, Westland County. Cool.
May 1922.
To Dr.
This letter was written half a year before Elody's murder. It's possible she was still a patient here at the time.
To Dr. Mulder, Director of Westland Sanatorium. Sir, in view of the escalating violent incidents within this institution since the arrival of patient B03, we, the undersigned, I feel it is our duty to express the following concerns on behalf of the sanitary support staff. Patient 03 requires specialized care and strict oversight, necessitating immediate confinement in the isolation cell. Access to shared or public spaces should be allowed only under the supervision of 2 attendants equipped with tranquilizing injectables. The recent incidents have underscored grave deficiencies in this institution's security measures, revealing its unpreparedness to house patients with such a high degree of aggression. We strongly urge the hospital administration to implement decisive measures without delay. Should our concerns remain unaddressed, we will be compelled to escalate this matter to the National Asylums Workers Union, which has been made aware of our grievances. Respectfully, Nurse Florence Norman, on behalf of the sanitary support staff, Westland Sanatorium.
The nurses were genuinely concerned about the aggression of patient B03.
A place of hope and healing. To all staff and family members of the patients, on the forthcoming Tuesday, the 6th of April, 1932, and as previously announced, the closure of this institution shall take place. Within the span of 1 month, the sanatorium shall be fully closed, and the patients will be transferred to other hospitals in the area according to their individual needs. As for the staff, you may request any outstanding payments and the severance compensation proportional to the time worked at the administration office, which shall remain open for 1 additional week following the closure, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. For your convenience, we kindly request that you schedule an appointment. The final working and insurable day shall be Monday, the 4th of April, 1932.
The asylum was shut down 10 years ago. Judging by the stated sin...
The girl.
Oh, come on!
How is the girl?
You mean Miss Elody Fordside?
It's so annoying.
Don't worry, that bloke didn't lay a finger on her. But you took quite a knock. This is going to smart.
Damn it. I was hoping to hear all that. It's alright. You guys can always just read the subtitles, so... and just finish that yourself. Wait, can I just look at it again? Will he say it again? Nope. Visitors must
Some
obey the
basic
rules.
But quite necessary, I must say.
Keep silent in the wards. Do not disturb the patients. No sharp objects allowed. This reminds me of the sanitarium or whatever from Demonologist. You guys ever play that game? There's the hospital or whatever, like I think it's an asylum, and this looks like it because there's like the elevator there and then the front door. I wonder if this is the same lobby from that game. Memorandum, pursuant to established protocols and regulations of Westland Asylum, in preparation for the forthcoming annual report to the Board of Trustees, Dr. Linner Sheridanant will retain custody of the patient records for a duration of 5 days. Members of the medical staff requiring access to these records during this interval are advised to direct their inquiries to Dr. Sheridanant's office between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Selma Crenton, Administrative Secretary.
I need to find Dr. Sheridan's office.
It is Sheridan. Why is it spelled Sheridanant? Whatever.
We must formalize the admission of Miss Elody Fordside. I have her file here.
That girl? What do you think of her?
I don't quite know. She seems a good girl. I do hope she recovers soon.
I know what Dr. Mulder thinks of her.
Oh, don't be wicked.
You cannot tell me you haven't noticed. Have you seen the way he looks at her?
Shh, hush now. Someone's coming.
It seems the nurses were gossiping about a certain Dr. Mulder, who appeared to be especially taken with Elody.
Is he the man with the knife? Did the doctor get that obsessed? Maybe.
This file cabinet is now empty. It probably held all the records of the inpatients.
Seriously? Can't tell where that's coming from. Is there a phone around here? Oh, right there.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Mr. Morley, is that you?
Lady Margaret?
What the fuck?
Mr. Morley, I'm so relieved to hear your voice. I've been trying to reach your office, but I couldn't get through to anyone.
It's awfully late at night, Lady Margaret. How on earth did you know I was at Westland Asylum?
And how the fuck are the phone lines still working?
I was already in bed, truth be told. But there was something on my mind. A vital detail I'd forgotten to mention.
That you weren't actually asleep?
I called your office, searched for you at the mansion, and when I couldn't find you there, I assumed you might be investigating at the asylum.
I see. Very resourceful of you. Now tell me, what is this detail of such importance?
Oh, yes, of course. I almost forgot. You see, the truth is, I'm afraid that you're not alone.
What the devil does that mean? Hello? Lady Margaret?
Maybe I'm the man with the knife. Did I kill her? Okay, there's definitely some supernatural shit going on, right? Oh.
A bloody handprint. Someone injured must have leaned against this wall.
We'll go in there in just a minute. I wanted to... So I don't have the code, right, for that yet, so probably going to find it down here, maybe? I hope.
Is someone there?
Yeah, this definitely reminds me of the... Yeah.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
This definitely reminds me of the Demonologist Asylum. Okay. Open door, cold to warm. Hell does that mean? Due to the increasingly precarious state of the electrical network, which as you are all are aware, is far too aged and no longer fit for safe operation, and given the impending closure of this institution, the administration has no alternative but to suspend all plans for renovation. Accordingly, and in the interest of maintaining minimal functionality, one of the primary safety switches required for the activation of the shock therapy rooms has been installed in isolation cell B04. Effective immediately, cell B04 is to be decommissioned as a holding cell and repurposed as a maintenance storage room. Staff are to refrain from placing any patients therein and must ensure the room remains accessible to authorized personnel only. Let it be noted that all are relevant logs. WA reservation. So Westmore, okay. Westland Asylum, okay. Spooky. Well, there's B04.
Internal report. Patient 403. Identity unknown. Male, early 30s. Admitted after being the cause of a series of violent incidents. The patient exhibits a disturbing duality. Episodes of unprovoked, nearly superhuman aggression, displaying raw, overwhelming physical force, and subsequent plunges into an eerie, profound apathy. His faculties appear suspended during these lulls, leaving him in a state of unnerving inertia. Due to the unpredictability of his violent outbursts, he remains confined within a reinforced cell. Treatment involves high doses of sedatives, potassium bromide or morphine, and a regimented course of electroconvulsive therapy, alongside stringent restraints, such as an anti-biting mask and, if required, an iron muzzle. Ongoing monitoring is maintained.
Okay. Is there a way in through here?
Internal report. Patient Boo 02. Mr. Norbert Clark, 45, from Sanderson, is a persistent pyromaniac whose actions have repeatedly endangered both property and life. Despite his seemingly frail build, he harbors an alarming compulsion for fire setting, a tendency exacerbated by intermittent episodes of disorganized thought and incoherent speech under duress. His unsettling, fixed gaze suggests the planning of covert schemes, amplifying his threat. To mitigate risk, he is isolated in a secure cell, thoroughly cleared of flammable materials. His management includes a regimented program of sedatives and antipsychotic medications to stabilize his manic and schizoid symptoms, with vigilant oversight maintained.
Okay. You don't want to listen to that one, huh? Okay.
Internal report. Patient B08, Miss Beatrice Maren. Reclassified after initial misidentification. Miss Maren presents with severe self-destructive behaviors. She engages in autosarcophagy, self-cannibalism that has markedly compromised her physical integrity, and compulsively ingests her own hair. These actions, driven by deep psychological torment and overwhelming despair, leave her in a perilously fragile state. As a precaution, she is secured in a straitjacket and confined to an environment entirely devoid of any utensils or objects that might facilitate further self-harm. Her treatment protocol centers on the administration of potent sedatives to alleviate anxiety and curb these impulses, with ongoing monitoring.
Damn, somebody got fucked up in here. Holy shit. Oh, jeez. Somebody tried to hang themselves in here? Holy fuck. Oh. Wait, so... Oh, from coldest to warmest. Okay, okay. Maybe that's what that means. Coldest to warmest. Okay. So maybe now it's that one, and then... No. Okay. Okay. So, wait, did it work? Coldest to warmest is what it said, right? So is there a fourth one? Open door, cold to warm. Okay. Wait, hold on. Where was that? It was over here, right? Yeah. So, 1. Okay. And then the other one was the one in here, right? So, nope. Okay. So obviously, that's first, because that doesn't go back up. So that's the first one. The second one is this one. What? So there's got to be one that I'm missing then. Oh, there's one here too. Oh, I didn't see that one. Okay, so blue. And then like the light blue or teal, whatever that is. And then probably this one, right? Since this one's orange. Yep. And then last but not least, 04, right? Because that's like red, so it's like red hot. So, yeah.
This room gives me the shivers.
Transfer a patient B03 to Area M. Following several sessions of electroconvulsive therapy, the patient has shown significant improvement. Previous violent episodes have been entirely eradicated, and the patient now presents a more profound state of apathy, characterized by emotional detachment and a notable lack of response. His interactions have limited the monosyllabic utterances, with no signs of aggression or emotional reaction. The behavior may be attributable to the intensification of treatment, as well as a potential underlying psychological condition that we must continue to investigate. It is anticipated that with continued observation, the patient will gradually regain his ability to communicate and exhibit emotional responses. However, the complexities of the case should be taken into consideration, along with the need for potential adjustments to his ongoing therapy treatment. Given the control of violent tendencies and the stabilization of his condition, it is deemed appropriate to transfer the patient to Area M, a less restrictive environment. Though under strict supervision, close monitoring is recommended to assess any potential changes to his behavior, with the possibility of further adjustments to his medication. Cool. That sounds like fun. It's just a fucking electric chair? Like, they're not even being subtle, dude. Why is this place fucking closed? Okay. Oh.
I need to hide. Quickly.
I can't hear it. Could it be gone?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's you, dude. Oh, I think I was actually supposed to hide in there, wasn't I? Wait, what did I get? Oh, hello. Wait a minute. So, who is this? Matthew Garbray. Head of maintenance at Westland. His ability to fix any malfunction, and above all, his kind nature toward the patients, make him a beloved and popular figure with the asylum. Traces of his presence can still be found throughout the building. It is possible that the county authorities continue to pay him a small stipend to ensure his historic estate is maintained at a minimal level of preservation. Florence Norman, Fresh out of nursing school, Miss Norman found a position at this institution. Her academic record was outstanding, and the hospital's management had no hesitation in hiring her as an assistant to head nurse Selma Crinton. Florence's youth and enthusiasm contrast sharply with the strictness and rigidity of Nurse Crinton, whose protocols and rules feel suffocating to Florence. Head nurse Crinton is a woman with a strong temperament. She does not tolerate disagreements or being contradicted in any way. Deep down, her wariness and disinterest show a result of deep apathy after so many years trapped in a routine she cannot escape. Despite her strict rules, everyone considers her an excellent professional with many years of experience behind her. Oh, wow. Elody was asleep in her room when the murderer forced the door open and took her by surprise. She was dragged to the bed and stabbed multiple times. Lady Margaret struck the assailant brutally and he fled, wounded, but it was too late. Elody was already dead. Patient B03 was an extremely violent subject admitted to the asylum without any form of documentation. According to one report, he attempted to violently approach Elody Fordside. Was it mere coincidence or could it be related to the murder? Following the intensive course of electroconvulsive therapy and medication, patient B03 appeared to abandon his violent tendencies, entering a state of marked apathy. In accordance with hospital protocol, he was transferred to the first floor and assigned a new identification number as an inmate. Oh, I don't have anything for that. Oh, I'm missing these two? Oh, shit. A strange telephone call from Lady Margaret informed us that we are not alone in the asylum. She likely possesses information due to previous police investigations.
Charge complete.
Even so, the call felt strangely out of place. So I'm still missing 9 more entries there, and then just 2 more characters. Okay. Well, that's fine. So, okay. What about my inventory, though? I picked up a key, but I didn't actually read what it was. I should have looked. It's fine. Well, it wasn't that because that's the... Is it this? Ah, here we go. That's E-Swing.
Clean water, an apple, a bit of bread. The food's still fresh. A maintenance uniform, oddly well prepared. Not a speck of dust on it. A cigarette case, with a bit of tobacco still inside.
Westland Asylum, Matthew Garbray, maintenance. Okay, so this was his area. Is he the guy? Is it him?
Looks like someone's been coming through here. Perhaps this is what Lady Margaret meant in her call. Or was she trying to warn me about something else?
Crazy, man. I really hope you guys are enjoying this game. Another code there. This is, I have no idea. Ooh, another one. Damn. A lot of codes I need, huh? Another one?
I'd rather not go through there. It looks ready to cave in at any moment.
Okay, so I need some codes then. The bathroom, restroom. Oh.
Here it is. Dr. Sheridan's office.
Now he said
This is where I'll
Sheridan's.
find Elody and Walter's records.
Yeah, unless he moved him again.
Elody's record. Patient at the sanatorium.
Miss Elody Fordside. Reason for admission. Miss Elody Fordside was admitted to this asylum upon the directive of her mother, Lady Margaret Fordside, a notable benefactress of this institution. The patient exhibits a persistently low mood, a tendency towards social withdrawal, and recurrent negative thoughts. Lady Fordside expressed concern over the risk of the patient engaging in self-harming behavior. Preliminary observations. During the initial evaluation, the patient displayed a withdrawn posture, delayed responses, and consistent avoidance of eye contact. She reported feeling trapped in a constant state of oppression and described a persistent sense of unease. Though she refrained from providing further detail, her condition necessitates close observation and a progressive therapeutic approach to monitor and assess any changes. Hereby, the admission of Miss Fordside to our institution is formally recorded. A detailed follow-up of her progress shall be maintained. Dr. Mulder, Westland Asylum.
Wait. No, it can't be. There he is, in the photo. Dr. Sheridan in the center. And right next to him, it's him. The man with the knife. That wild mane, that unkempt beard, it's unmistakable. But what's he doing here? And he's holding a book. I need to get to the library. Nothing of interest here. Strange. Elody's record was easy to find, but there's no sign of anything related to Walter Brandon. Something doesn't add up. What am I missing?
Dr. Sheridan, first and foremost, I must acknowledge the commendable results you have achieved with your recreational reading therapy. It is evident that the escapism and avenues offered by literary fiction have contributed significantly to alleviating the anxiety of our patients. However, I regret to inform you that one of your patients, Miss Elody Fordside, will no longer participate in your reading sessions. Given that she is the daughter of the esteemed Miss Margaret Fordside, I deem it unsuitable for her to associate with certain individuals whose questionable moral standing may have an adverse effect on the delicate mind of the young lady. Wait, what did I... Of the young lady, it is best that she is kept apart from such influences. Therefore, I am relieving you of any responsibility for her care, and I shall take over the management of Miss Elody Fordside's treatment from this day forward. I have already communicated this decision to her mother, Lady Margaret. I trust you will understand the necessity of this change. Dr. Frederick Mulder, Managing Director. Questionable morality. Don't make me laugh. Frederick. What truly eats away at you is the fear that those bad influences might actually be too good for her. What is it you truly aspire to? A seat among the nobility, perhaps? You're a pathetic hypocrite, consumed by your own ego. So the man with the knife is Mulder, right?
What was that noise? Sounds like something just came crashing down.
Jesus. Scared the shit out of me. I thought it was a chainsaw at first. It was probably the elevator. Oh. Wait, no. No, I didn't want to climb. I wanted to go... Whatever, man. Hopefully I can get back down. I didn't realize that was going to happen. I thought he was just going to inspect it. But then again, it wasn't an eyeball, it was a hand. Dude, already an item was substituted. Wait, can I go back down? Nope. Shit. The morgue? Dear Dr. Mulder, The books you requested are now available in the archive. You may pick them up at your convenience. Here is the new entry code 89981. Okay. That must be the, yeah, okay, that's on the first floor, right? Okay, so let's go do that. 89941. Okay. So 89941. Okay, that wasn't the code, or I remembered it wrong. Oh, I must have remembered it wrong. Son of a bitch. Okay, hold on. I wanted to go back up here anyway and check. Not this way. Was it this way? No, this way. Oh wait, no, it was that way, wasn't it? Dear Lord. Jump scare. Okay. Wait, that was it? Aw, that's all I missed? Wait a minute. So then... Wait a minute. Did I... Oh no. Did I mess this up? Hope I didn't soft lock the game or something. Hold on. Oh no, I think... No. Did I?
Without the key, I won't be able to access the upper floors.
Oh no. Did I mess this up? Or wait. No. It was here. That's right. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh. Hello. Creepy fuck. Oh, I haven't been in here. Yeah, he's still there. Eight one, not 4-1. 89981. Okay, so Rorschach tests. Nice. Today's code to open the key box, the moth. For the psychology test using the Rorschach inkblot test, we will use the following code to name the plates. This way, the patient will not be able to obtain information about their evaluation unless the therapist deems it. Unless the... Hold on. Okay, yeah, so evaluation unless their therapist deems it appropriate. So I need the moth. Okay. The moth. That's got to be the moth, right? 4? So 00100. Nice. Lift. Okay. Anything else in here I need to see, or any other clues? Oh, here we go. Okay. So now the lift. So that's over here, right? Right here. Still need to find the code for the I still need to find the code for the cells. The ones that he had each individual padlock on it. Okay, so I obviously can't go that way. 2, maybe? Nope, I have not been here yet. All right, those are locked. Damn, that's some creepy ass sketches, dude. Pretty cool though. I like that artwork. All right, I don't have that code yet. Let's see. Well, that's the library, but let's see what's in here first.
Patient recording, Elody Fordside, February 3rd, 1922. Daily record number 23. Let us begin. How are you feeling today, Miss Fordside?
I feel well.
Elody, we have discussed this before. If you do not tell me how you truly feel, we will make no progress.
I feel a little sad, perhaps. I am alone here. I miss my mother and having company. So much. Time with nothing to do makes me think of things I do not wish to think of.
I see. Listen, Elody. I believe you are looking at this the wrong way. If, instead of dwelling on what you call dark thoughts, you were to focus on possibilities, your outlook would change entirely. A young, beautiful woman such as yourself should look to the future with excitement. Think of all the adventures that lie ahead. Your family, your career as a painter. Perhaps even finding a man.
Oh.
A man of good standing. One who could protect you from your demons.
A man?
Tell me, Elody, is there no man who stirs your heart?
What in God's name do you think you're doing?
Miss Fordside, you may go. We shall continue later.
Very well.
Have you lost your mind? Where is your professionalism?
Do not presume to judge my methods with your oh-so-righteous reading therapy.
Methods? The entire hospital is whispering about you. She is a patient, Dr. Mulder, and she is mentally unwell.
Listen, Ferdinand. Stay out of my affairs, and I shall stay out of yours. Or have you forgotten which one of us is the director of this institution?
Do as you please. But if I ever witness such a scene again, I will not remain silent.
Damn fool.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so he was creeping on her. Became obsessed with her, and then when she got with Walter and took him to her manor, he was like, fuck this. I'm just gonna murder this bitch. Didn't say anything about a code, though, so... Well, here's the library, though, so this is where we actually need to go, right?
The Adventures of Walter Brandon, the intrepid captain of the Stella Maris, braving the treacherous South Seas. What in the devil does this mean?
When Captain Walter Brandon in his sloop is caught in the midst of a violent storm, it seems his fate is sealed, but by some miracle he manages to survive. Clinging to a splintered spar from his wrecked vessel, after enduring a long ordeal at sea, he washes ashore on a distant island where he lives for many months and encounters no end of wild adventures. Patient 1365 was the last person to check it out. So, Walter wasn't even real, right? For the swift and proper cataloging of patients, a system of labeling is employed in which each patient is assigned a number corresponding to the room they occupy. The passcode to access each patient's cell is the discharge number assigned upon admission. This number must be consulted in the admissions register or in the individual patient record. Should a patient be transferred to another location within the institution, their cataloging will be amended according to the new room in which they are assigned. Patients classified as dangerous, whether to themselves or to others, are housed in the basement in specially adapted cells designed to ensure their isolation and safety. This area is designated as Area B. The ground floor contains the common areas of the establishment, such as the kitchen, dining hall, and administrative office, where matters relating to paperwork are handled. A small first aid room and archive containing all records and documents pertaining to staff and inmates are also located here. The doctor's offices are situated on the second floor, which is the designated area for medical care. However, an exception is made for the office of Dr. Mulder, the director of the sanatorium, who occupies the third floor. On the second floor, one will also find the rooms of male patients, Area M, and female patients, Area F. It is important to note that the attic, which was previously used as a recreation room and for therapeutic activities, has been permanently closed due to its unsuitable and unsafe structural condition. This system of organization and cataloging has been designated to maintain proper control and safety of all inmates, as well as to ensure efficiency in the management of the various sections of the asylum. Selma Crinton. So, wait a minute. So it's, the patient should be... Discharge number assigned upon admission. So it's their discharge number. Okay. So I gotta find the discharge number for each cell. The myth of psychology. In the shadows of forgotten myths lies the story of Psyche, the soul herself, driven by longing to reunite with her lost love, Cupid, also known as Eros, god of love, desire, and irresistible attraction. Her path leads downward into the depths of the underworld. There, she must retrieve a golden box said to contain a trace of Persephone's beauty. Persephone, goddess of spring and fertility, and yet also the somber queen of the dead. But Psyche is warned, do not open the box. Still, hope is a dangerous thing. Perhaps she believed that a touch of divine beauty would make her worthy again in Cupid's eyes. Perhaps it was simply curiosity, that old companion of tragedy. She opens the box, but there is no beauty inside, only darkness. A deathly sleep seeps out, wrapping her in silence. Her body falls still, suspended between life and death, as she enters the hidden kingdom, the realm of madness. Holy shit. Okay, so... Maureen, finally, patient 1365 has returned the book. Every time they borrow it, it takes a month to bring it back. When it's not him, it's that girl. I can't even imagine how many times they've read it. But there are other patients who also have requested it, and I've made the decision to take it off the shelf and place it under the custody of the one who opened the golden box. If anyone asks for it, it will be there. Pia Wilson. Wait, it's on the shelf. I place it under the custody of the... Okay, under the custody? So it's... Oh, so it's under... Well, that's Psyche opening the box. It says, I place it under the custody. Wait, what? Hold on. But there are other patients who have also requested. I've made the decision to take it off the shelf and place it under the custody of the one who opened the golden box. Oh, that's just showing how to find the book. Okay. Yeah, because it's psychology. Yeah, and that's okay. You know, it would have made more sense to like not let me click on it before I figured that out, because I mean, the icon just kind of pops up. I already know that there's something there. Kind of ruins the mystery. I don't know. I mean, we still figured it out though. Yeah, we don't have that code yet. So is 1365 the code for that safe or the cell? Wish I had a map of this place. Oh, it's her discharge date or discharge number? Because there's a registration number, 2546. So is 2546 the number then? Okay, 2546. So let's... Which way was it to those cells? Was that in the basement? Hello. Hello. Walter. 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 Hi, baby boy. So cute. They're outside right now. In the front, we have the security camera out front, and I'm talking to her and Walter through the camera. Walter's just looking around like, what the hell? Oh, I am on 0. Okay, so it's got to be the basement then. Okay, so... Was it here? No. Because this wasn't... Wait, why is this... Oh, actually... Right, that was already open. Yeah, no, it wasn't here. Shit, where were those cells at? I don't... The hell? All right. I don't remember where those cells were. Maybe it was actually over here? Well, he's not there anymore, so... Okay, where were those cells at? I honestly can't remember. That leads back to the basement. Was it? That's the archive room. We already been there. Because if I could remember where I found that at, then I could... Oh, here it is. Okay, so right here? Let's try. So it was what, 2546? Was that what it was? No, it's missing a thing, it looks like. Yeah, it's missing a thing there. Was it 2546? Let me go make sure. So, where am I at? I'm on the... This is the first floor then. Okay, so I can't go back down this way, right? Because it's blocked? Okay. And it was in... Wait, wasn't it? Hold on. Where was it? Because I can go back down this way. Okay, hold on. Well, now I know how to get back to where those cells are. I can hopefully find... Wait, no, that's the... Oh my goodness. Hold on. Where did I find the... Thought it was in his office. Was it in Mulder's office? No. All right, so which way was it to where her... I'm trying to remember where I found her case file. Where did I find it? Oh, it's right here. 2546. I was right. Yeah. Because I can't find anyone else's, so... That's weird. Wait, is it 17th of October? Is it the date of discharge? So maybe it's 1710? Or maybe even 10-9... Maybe it's 1710. Let's try that. Okay, so it was Mulder's, right? So that was... Wait, no, Mulder was over here, right? Yeah. Oh, this is the mail room. Oh, that's why. This is the mail's room. I don't know the code to the mail's room. I mean, I don't have any of their discharge papers. Huh. Screw it. Yeah, it's missing a thing there. I didn't read that. That's the mail's room. I don't know any other... I don't have any other codes or anything then. Well, it's got to be something up here because... Obviously, there's something here that we're supposed to see. Why is that covered back up? I don't have another code. Is there something else in here? Wait a minute. Maybe... Oh, wait.
The Adventures of Walter Brandon.
1365.
Stella Maris, braving the treacherous South Seas.
Right.
What in the devil does this mean?
Oh, I got all the characters now. Dr. Sheridan. Dr. Sheridan represents the modern approach that society should take towards mental illness. His innovation techniques and insatiable hunger for experimentation have opened new doors in the care and treatment of patients. One experiment in particular has drawn interest. He allowed a group of male and female patients to interact freely and found that their spirits calmed, reaching remarkable levels of emotional stability. Dr. Mulder. Dr. Mulder represents the other face of psychiatric medicine. Arrogant and vehement, he exudes an air of contempt and underestimation toward patients. A firm supporter of shock therapy and violence, he harbors strong aversions to Dr. Sheridan's innovative treatments and actively hinders his experiments whenever possible. Recently, he has shown his unusual interest in a patient named Elody, even going so far as to remove her from Dr. Sheridan's care, under whom she had been showing significant improvement. Oh, cool. The nursing staff have spoken in hushed tones about the manner in which Dr. Mulder looks at Elody Fordside. It is said she's made effort to conceal his attraction, or perhaps something deeper. In a photograph found in Dr. Sheridan's office, he appears alongside several patients. One man stands out, a long-haired fellow with a beard. The very same who seems to have been following me since the beginning of the investigation. Was he a patient in the asylum? Who the devil is this man? A copy of the adventures of Sir Walter Brannan, A Year on Lost Island, by Peter Sanders, who found in the library. The last recorded borrower was patient 1365. So does that mean that 1365 is... Patient 1365 is returned the book. Wait a minute, so... Yeah, so passcode to access each patient's cell is the discharge number assigned upon admission. So is it 1365 then? Is that the code? Okay, so let's go to... Wait. This way, right? No. No. The first floor. Okay. Let's go back to the first floor. And now let's see if 1365 opens the door. If not, then I'll probably have to find something else. So 1, 3, 6, 5. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Ooh. Obsessed much.
A ship's old helm, tied to the bed, as if it were the quarterdeck of a vessel.
This might...
Oh, what? Excuse me. Dear Walter, there's something about you that I cannot ignore. A quiet strength, a resolve that feels unshakable. The thought of all you've endured fills me with a kind of admiration I can scarcely put into words. You are unlike anyone I've ever met. And yet, I wonder if you sense it too. Those stolen glances, the way time seems to pause when our eyes meet. Perhaps it's nothing, or perhaps it's everything. I'm not sure if you're aware, but the night watchman rarely checks the attics on weekends. Some evenings, during those quiet moments before we're all sent to bed, I like to slip away and wander up there. There's a peculiar stillness in that place, a kind of peace I find nowhere else. Tonight, at 7 sharp, I think I might take one of those little walks. Perhaps I'll find the calm even sweeter. Yours, Elody. Cool, so I guess we're going to the attic. That must be what the key was for?
The hospital screen is positioned like the sail of a ship. Stella Maris. That was the name of the ship captained by Walter Brandon. This room is the room of a madman. The entire space is arranged as if it were the deck of a ship. Did that man truly come to believe he was a character in an adventure book?
Yes, obviously. Huh. Let's see. The room is decorated to resemble the bridge of a ship with a sort of makeshift helm tied to the bed. Torn out pages from a book are hidden in every corner of the room. Written on the wall is the phrase Stella Maris, although it is the mere name of a ship. As though it were the mere name of a ship. Wait, so... It said that there was pages of a book scattered everywhere, but I don't know what he's talking about. Every corner of the room. Oh, maybe he means like metaphorically, like the story from the book is everywhere in the room, basically. Okay, it's not that. So it's got to be the attic then. I mean, she mentioned the attic in the note, so. Ooh. Okay.
Powerful drugs for depression. Anxiolytics. The girl improved, but it seems the doctors were baffled by her mind.
All right, guys, give me a minute. All right, we're back.
Looks like Elody found herself a little hideaway to keep practicing her dark craft. Elody found painting. and with it, a way to spill the shadows that crawled through her mind.
That's kind of cool.
Their secret hideaway. Like two reckless teenagers, they started a romance, hidden from the prying eyes of doctors and nurses. An alarm clock. Most likely, they used it to slip back to the second floor before anyone noticed they were gone. Yeah, for a while.
Okay.
Their affair in the shadows.
What the hell's going on with the audio?
Far from the eyes of doctors and nurses. Hair on the chair, strands on the floor. This is where the transformation took place.
This is where the patient, whatever, 1365 became
a pair of scissors and
Walter
a comb.
Brannon.
Elody put in real effort to make him fit the mold of her ideal hero. She remade patient 1365 in the image of her most secret longings.
Man, busy. Come on. Ooh, a busy day. Okay. Oh, stupid cord. Keeps getting caught. There we go. Maybe that'll be a little better. Why am I looking up at the ceiling? Okay, but who is Walter really, though? Is this Elody's
room?
room?
Been decorated to resemble some sort of island in the South Seas. Of course, I should have guessed. She pulled him into her world. Elody created Walter Brandon. A draft letter, scratched out and full of corrections.
My dearest Walter, do not worry. Everything is in place. I know it won't be easy, but it is crucial that you take the first step. Once you are granted your discharge, everything will change. I will be ready to follow you the moment you are out, in a safe place, far from here. When you speak with the doctors, I want you to repeat the words I've told you, with conviction, as though they are the only thing that matters. The shadow is gone. It has vanished. You are now fully yourself once more. Tell them you regret everything that happened, that you cannot understand how you acted in such a way. Speak of how you have found peace in reading, how you now wish to live more serenely with purpose. Make them see that the shadow no longer exists, that the darkness has completely faded. They must believe you are free. I know this is not entirely true, but I am certain that with effort, you can control the shadow. You must do it for us, for what lies ahead. They do not see you as you are. They only see you as a mere piece in their game. We shall show them that they have no control over our fate. Once you are free, I shall request my discharge as well. My place will be with you, and together we shall make our way to the Bloomsbury Manor. I love you, and I know that soon we will be free. This will all be behind us, and everything we've dreamed of will begin to come true. With all my love, Elody.
She goaded him into leaving the sanatorium. That man was desperately ill. But Elody's selfishness outweighed what little sense she had. She pushed him too far.
Dear Elody, it has been some weeks since you requested a private session. As both your physician and your friend, I find myself troubled, unable to cast aside the thought of the solitude you spoke of these past weeks. Solitude of which you have not since uttered a word. These days, burdened as I am with duty, I shall be confined to my office until the late hours of the night. Should you at any moment feel the impulse or the need for company, do not hesitate to visit me. The code to enter my office is 39124. Okay, but I have a question. The code to his office is 39124, but it's a padlock on the outside of the fucking door. So what did he do? He just locked himself in with a padlock? He put the padlock on the outside when he's inside? How? Does he have someone lock him in? Because it says I have been confined to my room, to my office. So is he having somebody like actually lock him in his office? 39124.
At the very least, it's highly inappropriate.
So did she kill Dr. Mulder? Still not explaining what the mom has to do with this, because she lied about being asleep, and it's like she's protecting this guy. 39124. So 3 1
Patient number 1365 returns after an absence of 4 months. He's in a state of utter disorientation, perspiration pouring off him, and good heavens, there's a severe wound to the skull. His clothes and hands are covered in blood, and it doesn't appear to be his own. He cannot recall his name, nor anything that's happened during these past months. Seems to have found his way back here more by some strange instinct than by memory itself. The personality once known as Walter has vanished entirely, as has the entity we refer to as the Shadow, though given his nature, I cannot say with certainty it isn't still lurking beneath the surface. We have treated cases of dissociative identity before, but never one such as this. His appearance, his voice, even his build and weight change quite drastically. Now he looks frail, gaunt, empty, as though there's nothing inside, as though he were but an empty shell, waiting to be occupied. His condition calls for far stricter supervision. This institution is no longer equipped to care for him. I am ordering his immediate transfer to St. Dymphna Hospital. Dr. Former, a specialist in matters such as this, will take him under his care. As I near the end of my tenure as director, I must see this case brought to a decisive close. The blood upon his hands, the emptiness in his eyes, all point to an act of the gravest kind. One his mind appears to have erased entirely. God help us, if the Shadow should ever wake again.
Am I him? Because wasn't that my doctor when I woke up out of the hospital?
So it seems Walter came back to the sanatorium of his own accord, though he was utterly incapable of recalling what he'd done. They moved him to St. Dymphna's Hospital. Could he still be there after 20 years? What became of him? I'll have to follow this lead.
He's you, dude. The missing piece. The visit to the old sanatorium had left more questions than answers. The pieces didn't fit. Scattered fragments of a puzzle missing its center. That one elusive detail, the thread that could unravel everything, remained just out of reach. Perhaps the modern hospital held the final clue, the last chance to shed light on the mystery still shrouding the death of Elody Fordside. Yeah, it's me. That's what the beginning was, right? I was running from the Shadow. It was chasing me through the woods in the beginning, in that dream. This is the
That man
beginning.
returned to the new sanatorium, remembering practically nothing. Maybe it was the wound Lady Margaret left him. Or maybe his mind shattered and never came back after what happened that night. As for me, I was hired to find the one who killed Elody Fordside, and my intuition told me they were still there, in the depths of St. Dymphna. I sensed that the end of the road was waiting for me in that place.
In more ways than one, because I'm pretty sure you're going to find out that you're this guy. You're the one who is obsessed. So, who is Penny then? Am I actually a private detective, or... I mean, this place is still open, so...
Can't very well saunter in through the front door as if nothing's amiss. I'll need to find another way in.
But why wouldn't you, though? You're a private detective, aren't you? I can't interact with that. Wait. What about over here? There's an open window, so... Wow, this game is pretty fucking cool, man. I mean, I knew that when I first started, but damn.
It's locked.
Yeah, but like, who is Penny, though, is what I want to know. If you feel torn, Nero Messin. Annette, I've stored the copy of dispensary keys you requested in the storage room file cabinet. Liza.
It's locked. The night shift nurses are behind this door. I need to find another way into the hallway to the rooms.
Well, I guess it's convenient that the... It's like it's going to be Margaret again? I guess it's convenient that the nurses are just chilling back there, huh? Valentine, Rudolph, Penelope, Monte Torino, To My Heart, a romance directed by Silver Screen Pictures. Still don't have a flashlight or anything, so... Did I actually kill anyone, or is this just all in my head, like the whole thing? Yeah, it's my room. I have a feeling that's gonna end this scene, so let me just look around real quick. I think that's everything. Okay.
John Morley and the case of the red shoes.
There we go again.
What the devil does this mean?
15 complete stories. There she is.
Lady Margaret.
That fateful night, I was startled by the noise. Those wretched cries of agony from dear Elody. I rushed to her chambers, and there you stood, stained with the blood of the one soul I cherished above all others in this world. The housekeeper had warned me, but I turned a deaf ear. Elody was finally happy, even amidst your incessant bouts of volatility. Yet, with the passage of time, your demeanor darkened. More and more frequently, that sinister presence lurking within you began to surface, each appearance more violent than the last. Elody no longer gazed upon you with the starry-eyed affection of a smitten young woman. The atmosphere in this house grew suffocating, fraught with an unbearable tension. That very afternoon I spoke with her. She had resolved to end your engagement. You seemed, or so I dared hope, to have accepted it with grace. But that night, that very night, you ended her life in the most savage manner imaginable. I threw myself upon Elody, desperate to save her. But alas, it was far too late. Months later, I learned you had returned voluntarily to the sanatorium. I sought answers and immersed myself in understanding the afflictions that plagued you. Dissociative identity disorder, they called it. A condition in which one might host multiple identities.
Oh shit.
Each vying for dominion over the body. But the man confined in that bleak institution was not the shadow. Not the fiend who had stolen my daughter. No, he was but the shell, the hapless vessel. And I yearned to find the true culprit, not the facade, the murderer himself. Thus I devised my plan. I came to visit you, and just as Elody had done, I crafted a new role for you, a new identity to inhabit. I brought books, personal artifacts, penned letters as Penny.
Oh.
I leased an office and prepared every detail meticulously, down to the smallest thread, for your return as John Morley. Everything had to be flawless. And why, you may ask? To make you remember, to awaken the shadow, to summon forth the murderer from the abyss of your fractured mind. John Morley is a good man. Walter Brandon was a spirited young sailor, brimming with love for Elody. But the shadow was a merciless, unrepentant killer. I wanted to destroy the murderer who had stolen my daughter.
So she's
But
actually
I could never
alive.
bring myself to harm an innocent man. My obsession, my singular purpose, was to awaken the shadow.
Oh, there you go. Now she's got to go. Boom. Saw that coming. Holy shit. I mean, on some things I was right, on some things I was wrong, but in the end, yeah. I ended up being the man with the knife was me. Wow. Holy shit. Oh, that was really fucking good, dude. Huh. There were a few... So what did I think about this game? What did you guys think about this game? What did I think about it? I thought it was fucking good. Pretty fucking fantastic. Yeah, great murder mystery plot. Turned out I was the killer the whole time. Which, I mean, is cliche, but the way they went about it was a little different. Yeah, so I went from being whoever I was originally to being Walter Brandon, the shipwrecked sailor, to being John Morley. And Margaret Fordside was, this was all her plan. She didn't want to kill me until I was the Shadow again. And she successfully brought me back and then killed me. Great game, great story. Everything was pretty intuitive. I like that. Everything kind of fell into place. You just had to know where to look, and pacing was great. Yeah, all one sitting. Well, not all one sitting. I mean, I did get up a couple times, but yeah, one video. I thought it was going to be multiple, but it ended up being just one. But anyways, that's it for me. This game was fantastic. Show some love to the developer. Maybe get the game yourself if you play on PC. But yeah, other than that, hey, let me know what you thought about this game. Did you guys see the ending coming? Did you guys pick up on clues that maybe I didn't pick up at first? I mean, it all makes sense now. Now that I know what happened, it all makes sense. The whole shadow thing on the beginning, which I had kind of almost forgotten about by the time we got about halfway through the game. I had forgotten about running through the woods from something and then getting attacked by the guy, and then that was the Shadow. That was the man in black, or the man with the knife. He killed me, or he didn't kill me, but he took over. And all of those things were all these cases were just from a book. Crazy. Kind of reminds me of Shutter Island. Has a lot of Shutter Island. If you guys haven't seen Shutter Island with Leonardo DiCaprio, watch it. It's very similar to this. Very similar. Different story, obviously, but it's kind of the same premise. I won't give any spoilers, but very similar as far as like the flow of the story and everything, and how the pieces kind of fit, and then everything kind of like, oh shit, I didn't see that twist coming. But yeah, please just like or dislike the video. Let me know what you thought about the video. Let me know what you thought about the game. Let me know what you think about my channel. Let me know when you found my channel. Let me know if you're enjoying my channel, my content. Just leave a comment. Just let me know, hey, just give me some shout outs. I want to see some shout outs about who you guys are and what kind of games do you guys like. You like these kind of games? Do you want to see more of this on the channel? Do you want to see more horror? Do you want to see more action? Do you want to see... I like to just have everything. I play any kind of game. I don't just play horror games. I don't just play, anything like that. I any one genre. Did this tear? I just realized my sleeve is torn. How did that happen? Yeah, this one's starting to tear too. Aw. But yeah, I'll have this video uploaded pretty soon, and until then, I'm going to say this is your captain signing off, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video very soon. I have a very inconsistent upload schedule. I don't upload every day. I upload sometimes 7-8 videos a day, and then sometimes I'll go a week or two without uploading because I'm on the road. I'm a truck driver, as you guys probably guessed from my name. And I got my pug. I love pugs. I got my pug Walter. He's on the road with me, and I got a few videos that I do on the truck and all that. And yeah, just let me know and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. If this is your kind of thing, hey, let's enjoy some games together, man. That's all I can say. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I love all of you, every one of you. I love you, and as always, I will see you in the next video very soon. Bye.